What's up guys, I'm NOOB-Genesis and this is from Sniping Noob to Sniping Pro. And today I'm going to be doing another class setup guide. This one was a request and it's a stealth setup guide. But before I do that, I'm just going to quickly talk about it. The stealth setup guide is mostly going to be about flanking. You just want to get into their spawn as fast as possible, drop your tack, and then just start sniping like crazy. So that's what it's mostly going to be focusing on. And also I'm going to try and make this guide a little shorter because my last one was pushing 20 minutes, which is a bit outrageous. I didn't even realize it ran that long until I was actually rendering it. But anyway, let's get straight into this with custom games. Alright, create a class. Okay, this is what the class is supposed to look like. I was supposed to delete that before, but who cares. Anyway, as you probably saw, I was using the ballista. Again, you can use any type you want. I'd probably recommend the ballista or the XPR the most though, because the ballista obviously fires fast and so does the XPR, being semi-auto. The DSR might be a bit slow, so you might get one or two of them before they'll turn on you and just rape your face. So, as I said, ballista or XPR. If you're going for headshot feeds, of course the SVU is always a good choice, but I'm going to be using the ballista. Next up we have attachments. Again, the same as always, I always use the ballistic CPU. Avoid the suppressor unless you really want to on the SVU, but even then I'd still prefer it without. You've also got fast mags, FMJ, and extended clip. Possibly laser sight if you want to get a little not half scope, a little no scope in there. But me personally, I'm going to be using ballistic CPU and extended clip because I don't want to be running out of bullets as soon as I'm in this fight. I'll go away with strikes. Anyway. Also, this depends on what gun you're using. For the ballista, I'm going to be using extended clip. If you're using a DSR, I'd use the extended clip. The ballista, you've got a choice though. You can use the fast mags. XPR, I'd also use a fast mag. And same with the SVU instead of the extended clip. But again, it's all up to you. Next up, we have the perks. Obviously, you can see I've used Perk 1 Greed. I'm going to be using Lightweight and Ghost. The reason for that is, as I said earlier, I want to run in there as fast as possible. I don't want to get seen on the radar. And I just want to come in, place my attack, and then just destroy them as fast as possible. And Lightweight really does help you get to their spawn really fast. Plus, the others aren't exactly that useful. Flak Jacket's obviously useful for bouncing Betties, but other than that, I don't really see the use for it in this class. Hardline, again, it's not really for feeding. If you're going for gameplay, perhaps you could swap that out for Lightweight. And Blind Eye, no, you just use your Blind Eye class for that. Perk 2, you got Toughness, Cold-Blooded, Fast Hands, Hardwired, and Scavenger. Again, same as always, Toughness, Fast Hands, and Hardwired. Hardwired only if you think they're going to be ruining your feeds with EMP grenades, which I don't think happens that often, so I wouldn't use it. So you've got Toughness and Fast Hands. I'm going to be using Toughness because Fast Hands, I'm going to be in there as fast as possible. And I should hopefully have time to place my attack this time. I don't need to rush it around, place it, and then run around a corner instantly. No, I'm just going to place it with Toughness. Next up, we have Dexterity, Tack Mask, Dead Silence, Awareness. I would never use Dead Silence or Awareness in this game. They don't really seem to do much. I haven't tested Awareness out enough, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say they're not worth using. Extreme Conditioning is also a viable option, but not really worth it. I'd definitely go for the Dexterity or Tactical Mask. I'm going to be using Tactical Mask because a concussive grenade or a shock charge in their spawn can really be annoying. And if you're flanking them and all of a sudden you get concussed, you're going to shoot your first bullet and then they're just going to turn on you and you're dead. So I'm not going to want that happening. Plus, as I said, you want to flank them from the side or from behind. And Dexterity, you should have time to stop sprinting anyway, so we're not really going to need that as much. And then, as always, to finish off the final 2 points, I'm going to be using Combat Axe. You can also use C4 if you want to go for the C4 shot. But, as I said, I'm using Combat Axe. And last but not least, you have Concussives, Shock Charges, Flashbangs, EMPs, and Tactical Insert. I'm going to be using Tac Insert, of course. It's my baby. I love it. And then you've got Concussives, Shock Charges, and Flashbangs, and EMPs. EMPs aren't really that useful, especially when you've got Ghost on as well. The only thing they could really be used for is so when you're firing, they don't turn on you, but I don't think that's that useful, and you can get the same effect out of Concussives or Flashbangs or Shock Charges. So next up, I'd probably also eliminate Flashbangs. You don't want to really have them running around like headless chooks all over the place. You'd rather them being slow and just easily be able to kill them. Shock Charges and Concussives. I'm going to go with Concussion because Shock Charge, you've got to throw it down and then it explodes and they might notice it. A Concussion, if they notice it, it's too late. They're already stunned and it lasts quite a while in this game, in my opinion. and someone who's running that slow is pretty much screwed. And it also has a longer lasting effect than shock charge, I'm pretty sure. But as I said, I'm going with tack insert. If you want to use concussives, go ahead, but tack insert is always my main choice. Which, that pretty much sums up this guide. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it helps someone. Also remember that it's all down to your preference. It doesn't matter what anyone says. These are just kind of more guidelines than rules. Just use what you would prefer. Whatever you're best with is going to be the best class for you. And always remember that. But anyway, as I said, I'm NoobxGenesis. Have fun, guys. And that's it for this one. Hopefully next time I'll bring out my blind eye class and my objective class. Either way, I'll catch you later.